Hey, this is Dana, and thank you for following me on my journey to financial freedom. I got a quick motivational story for you, and stand by because it's going to happen to you, and it can rock your world. Because I feel like I've been, kicked in my stomach for the third time by a friend, my best friend that I actually considered. And the story goes, his stepson had to have his vehicle fixed, and he took it to a couple of the repair shops and got quotes, and it was going to cost him over $500 just in labor, and not to mention the parts that would be added after they broke into it and found out what it needed. So he's a trusted friend, so he knows my skills and he knows what I've done in the past as far as vehicles and repair stuff and that nature. And you can follow me on YouTube here in my vehicle repairs, because I'll put them on the web. In fact, this particular repair is one of mine that I put on not too long ago. Anyway, he's this best friend I've approached a couple of times in getting free energy, and I started out trying to get him in as a consultant, and he didn't want to do that because it was multi-level pyramids, and so I approached him about 6 months ago, and he was going to get in as a customer. And I just got ready to put him in, and he texted me. He says, "No, don't do that. I've got some. I'm reading some bad stuff about your company." I it's third party, and we are energy. And for all you know, our competitors are out there, putting bad information out there, so you won't sign up, as far as I'm concerned. So I was pissed on that he took third-party information over our friendship and told me no, that he didn't want to try it. There's no contract. You sign and you save. Period. So I kind of let that go. And I just let it ride. And that would have been that was a kicker. That was first kick in the stomach. I'm trying to make money here. I'm working for bonuses, and you told me no. What's up? So anyway, on to fixing the car. Well, I got into it. It took me a total of 12 hours, and they offered me, half of what it was going to be to do the job. I said, yeah, not a problem. And the deeper I got into it, it says, it's going to cost me more, And I said, no, I'm going to do it for, what I said I was going to do it, plus, parts. So I get it all done, and of course it was going to cost another $175 more than they were predicting because of parts. So, and if they'd gone to a regular repair shop, they would have had to tack more hours onto it, and it would have been a nice size. It's been over $700, and so anyway, I get it all done, and in the end, I was I approached the stepson. I didn't know he was living by himself. Whatever. I just I just brought it out and says, hey, are you living by yourself, or where you living? He says, no, I live by myself. I said, okay. Would you be interested in saving money on your gas and electric? And he says, oh, sure, yeah, why not? So I said, well, I'll get in touch with you tomorrow night, and we'll go ahead and go over it and get you signed up. He said, oh, okay, cool. So I get the next day here. I'm making arrangements to make sure he's going to be available and that. And he says, no, I talked to my stepdad. He says, it's not a good idea, so I'm not going to do it. I said, like, great. Fantastic. This guy, I thought he was my best friend, and he stops his stepson because of third-party information, and, what's a friend? A friend is somebody who's going to support you and help you out. At least that's what I consider it, I took on this job as a friend, and I was taking the money that, they wanted to give me. So, I'm so upset right now. I'm pissed. It's just, so I text him back. I says, you keep your money. This is what friendship is. If you can't support me in something that I'm doing, it's no friendship. So I'm being the bigger person, and says, keep your money, okay? This is what friends do. So keep this in mind when you go to somebody that you thought was a good friend and they turn you down, So it's just, it's a kick in the stomach and a kick in the teeth, So, but you're going to have it in this business. He drives 2 hours a day back and forth to his work, and he and I used to ride back and forth for 5 years, carpooling back and forth, and we even did childcare for his son, So this is where how close we are, or at least we were, and you just don't. Sometimes you just can't understand it. But don't let it change your dreams in your business, because someday you're gonna be home. All your bills are gonna be paid, and life is gonna be not gonna have to worry about money. And that person who turned you down is gonna be going back and forth every day for the rest of his life. And in the humdrum world, and you're going to be able to move forward. So try not to take it personally, even though it feels personal because they were a friend. Anyway, so take this to heart and keep following.